This episode has been brought to you by me and my business, Lauren Grace Inspirations. I am a channel of the light and work with spirit guides, angels, the higher self, and passed over loved ones to provide you with support, clarity, and encouragement. Using oracle cards, mediumship, and clairvoyance, my readings will leave you feeling comforted and empowered. I have various reading options available, ranging from 30-minute readings to 60-minute readings to group sessions. I also work with professionals to help them gain clarity in business and life purpose. To book a reading with me, simply head to laurengraceinspirations.com. Hello and good evening. Lauren Grace here. I am the owner-operator of Lauren Grace Inspirations, and I am live over on Instagram and also on YouTube and Facebook. So thank you so much for being here. If you notice, I look up every so often or I look down every so often. It's because I have my phone connected to Instagram and my computer connected to YouTube and Facebook. So do come in, settle in, get comfy. We're here for an hour or so. Let's see sort of, what spirit wants. And I'd like to welcome you. Want to thank you so much for sharing this, tagging any friends who you think might be interested in getting some psychic readings, mediumship readings today, because that's what we're all about. And yes, so I want to say as well that if you are able to, I would love for you to register for my Mastering Your Mindset 7-day free challenge. So if you are here on Facebook or on YouTube, there's already a link in the comments section, but I'm going to post a link for it now. And this is essentially, it's going to be a 7-day challenge. You don't have to do anything. All you do is you head to my website and you literally register. And I will send you, starting July 1st for 7 days, a daily email on different affirmations that you can use to really help to master your mindset. One of the things that I sometimes struggle with, and I'm sure you can relate, is sometimes negative self-talk. And a big part about us being able to overcome that negativity is for us to start integrating new affirmations that are new ways of thinking. So I designed this 7-day challenge because I really wanted to sort of get back on track, I guess you could say, with my own affirmations. But after working with lots of my clients, I really felt that I wasn't alone in that. And the idea really is that we go along and we do the Mastering Your Mindset challenge together. So every day there'll be an email in your inbox, which will be giving you the affirmation for that day. And also there'll be a little video if you want to watch it, which just sort of reiterates the affirmation. So again, if you could sign up for that, that would be fantastic. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is let's just sort of settle in for a moment. Just close your eyes. Just want you to feel your sit bones on your chair, wherever you are. Just take a minute. Sometimes we're always scrolling, we're checking all these things out, we're doing whatever. If you're not driving or operating heavy machinery, just take a second for me and let's just take a moment to come back to our breath. Just want you to close your eyes and just settle in. And if you feel comfortable, just put your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your left hand. Just take 3 breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out and in and out. And one more. Perfect. And just keeping your eyes closed, just repeat after me or just say yes. I am enough. I am enough. I am safe. I am peaceful. I am abundant. I am connected to all that there is. I am one with all that there is. I am. Perfect. You know, when we come back to our breath and we take a moment to just really sit with where we are and just be with where we are, honestly, I find that a lot of people avoid that sometimes because when they're just where they are and there aren't any distractions, you know, sometimes things can be confronting. Sometimes we can, you know, have this tape that's running around in our mind, or sometimes we can feel a little bit uncomfortable with that stillness and that peace. But it's important to remember that home is where we are. You know, home is where our heart is. And when we can take a moment to just be where we are and to just sit in that and to sit in our own company, then we start to develop a stronger connection with ourselves. And when we can develop a stronger connection with ourselves, we can get clear on the things that matter to us. We can get clear on the messages that our heart whispers. We can hear the songs that pop in from spirit, or the small little maybe ideas that might just sort of drop in, or inclinations to go left instead of right. For example, I use that example quite a few times when I'm talking about this. It's important to remember, though, that we are enough, and that when we can continue to create space to come back to our own heart, we really reinforce that within ourselves, because nothing outside of us will ever complete us. It's really about us doing the work and coming back to our own heart. Okay, so let's get into it here. So if you haven't already, please do sign up for the Mastering Your Mindset. And if you are watching on Instagram, you can find a link for that over in my bio. Just going to change something here for a second. Just bear with me. I'm just changing something on my phone for Instagram. We'll just leave that for a second and we'll come back to it in a minute. Okay. All right. So let's see who would like a reading. Awesome. Just going to read a couple comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. You're welcome, Kathy. You're very welcome. Kathy, let's do a little reading for you. I know you just said thank you, but I'm connected to your energy right now. So let's just go with that here. So I'm going to go with Kathy Gibbs-Minnick. I don't think I've read for you before. And yeah, don't forget, if you are new, let me know. Okay, Kathy. All right, let's see what we got here for you. If you are on, can you please let me know? Be fantastic. I just want to try to fix something on my phone too while we're chatting here. Just bear with me. I'm actually going to go live on a different channel for the minute. This is what happens when you go live. You just let it roll. Here we go. Okay, Kathy, you're there. Okay, cool. All right. So let's see what we got here. So I'm really being drawn to my head at the moment. So I'm feeling pain in my head. When that comes to me, when I get pain in my head or when I'm drawn to my head space, it's a lot about thoughts that are really circulating in the mind. So I feel like mine's been really busy. Lots of things you're thinking about, lots of pressure maybe. Yeah, I feel like maybe there's some work pressure that's really coming in for you here. So I'd like to know whether or not that resonates with you. I'm feeling it a lot on the right side of my head. Because it's on the right side as well. That's the masculine side of the body. We've got the feminines on the left and the masculines on the right. So I'm really feeling like it's like a masculine type of energy. It's not a masculine energy. It's in terms of like a person, but it's about kind of masculine tasks. So that's what I'm really feeling like it's a work thing. So if you want to let me know whether or not that resonates with you. That being said, I'm also being drawn to the heart space. So heart is a lot of emotion. It's also about matters of the heart. And I'm also feeling quite a bit of anxiety, a little bit of nerves. Okay, so I'd love for you to let me know what's sort of going on there with that, because I'm really feeling like there's pressure. It's almost like someone's sitting on my chest. It's really sort of how it feels to me. It's as though someone's sitting in my chest and I cannot breathe properly. Like all the air has sort of gone out. Okay, and I can see you saying yes here. So I'd love to know, is it yes in relation to work, or is it a matter of the heart? I really want to feel like I really feel like it's a work related thing. There's a lot of emotions around that. I'm really feeling like for you, it's also difficulty with communication. So I'm really feeling like, oh, it's both for you. Okay. So that would make sense why we're getting both then. Okay. I'm also feeling a lot of pressure around the throat. So it's a lot about the communication is really kind of affecting us. Okay. I get that. Thank you. So one of the things that they're suggesting that you do is you take your left hand and your right hand, and I want you to put them together like this. Just rub them together. Go ahead and do that if you feel comfortable. You can always do it after. And I just want you to imagine that you're bathing your beautiful hands in high frequency light energy coming from source. Beautiful, beautiful light. And if you wanted to, you could always imagine it coming down through the crown, in and out your hands. But I want you to feel that. Okay. And when we kind of go like that and we start to play a little bit with energy, you'll start to notice that you can almost feel a bit of a tension, like a little bit of a ball of energy that sort of starts to form there. And then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take your hands and I want you to place them on your neck. And I just want you to sit there and just allow that healing light, that attention to really be drawn into your throat space, into that communication chakra. I can feel that that's shifting already some things for you. When you're done, you can go like that, or I have a candle here. I always like to put my hands over the candle and kind of burn away any residue. Washing your hands with cold water is always going to be really good as well. The idea here that I'm feeling from you is that we need to do some communication. We also need to come back to our breath, come back to the centeredness, come back into the body, less in the head, more in the body, okay? And when you do this, you breathe in and out of the throat space, really helps you to center. I think you can feel that. I'd be really interested to know if you feel that shift. Okay, so let's pull a couple of cards for you though, and let's see what we got. I'm also just having a look in spirit to see if I can get anything in there. I do want to talk about a dog. I feel like I've got a medium-sized dog here. This dog strikes me as, okay, when, can you just step through, darling? I want to see, like, okay, I'm feeling like it's more of a masculine energy for this dog. Really soft, really soft fur. The fur is sort of like white with spots, like gray and brown. And I feel like the fur is a longer fur, but really soft, probably shedded a lot. So there's acknowledgement here about this dog as well. So if you could let me know whether or not that resonates with you. Oh, maybe... It's like I want to talk about Trudy. The name Trudy is popping in. Salty, Trudy, salty. Okay, thank you. So letting me know. All right, salty. Thank you. All right, let's pull a couple cards for you and let's see who else we're going to read for today. Okay, I get that. Okay, very good. Feeling like you're carrying a lot of stuff. Really feel like I want to cry when I'm connecting with your energy. Okay. So they're really wanting you to remember that you're never alone, that if you ask for help, that they will come. And when I mean they, I mean your spirit guides, your angels. Remember, our spirit guides and our angels they can't intervene without our help because we have free will. So there's no wrong way of asking for help. All you need to do literally is just say, can you please help me with my finances? Can you please help me to stand up and be brave? Can you please help me? I get that. Thank you. When we're having a conflict with people as well, sometimes it's really easy for us to sit there and think about all the things that are wrong with this person or all the things that they're doing that are pissing us off. One of the things that you can do actually in your head is you can just say, peace be with you. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. When I'm irritated or annoyed, that's what I do. I just throw out those peace be with yous. It helps me to calm down and it helps things to really not escalate to something else. All right, so the cards for you today, and again, I want to say hello to Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. The card for you in the past position that's affecting you now is the Forever Young card. Okay, we've got this card. This is funny. We've got this card that comes up quite a bit. And what I love about this card is it's really talking about how, you know, we kind of get hung up a little bit on feeling like we've run out of time. Okay. And if you ever feel like that, you know, you at home, and also for you, Kathy, because I'm reading for you today, Gary V, just Google him, Gary V. He talks all about being patient and knowing that you do have enough time. It's really important to remember that what is meant for you will not pass you by. When we've got the Forever Young card, really what this is doing is it's reminding us of our mortality. It's reminding us of the fact that, yes, we will eventually leave this shell or leave this body, and we will go back into the ether and transform, and we will then go and do something different. But we feel sometimes like we need to hurry up, and we really want to be aware that we're not making decisions because we're afraid we're going to miss out. Because sometimes what happens, I get that, thank you. Sometimes what happens is that we're presented with an opportunity. Okay. And we go, okay, this opportunity is really like showing me a bunch of things that I really want, but it's not everything that I want. It's not perfectly hitting the nail on the head, but you know what? I'm going to take it anyway. I'm going to say yes to that because I'm running out of time. I'm impatient. I'm not really trusting that there's going to be something better. But what we do is we block the opportunity for something better to come in around behind it. And that's a big problem, right? So I want you to start to notice, have you started to compromise? Have you started to say yes to things that you really kind of wanted to say no to? Are you working on your boundaries? I get that, yes. When we're working on our boundaries, we can actually start small. So when someone asks you to do something, you could start by saying, no, thank you. I don't want to do that. Instead of going, oh, okay, I guess I'll go to coffee, or oh, okay, I guess I'll pick up the phone. Okay, so there's these little tests that we can do that really will start to set us on the right path. I mean, right path. What's meant for you won't pass you by. So don't worry about that. But you really want to start to pay attention to making decisions that take you towards the person you want to be versus the ones that take you away from that. And don't let the fear of time manipulate your decisions to saying yes to things that really are right for you. In the present position, we're talking a lot about support system. So it's a lot about looking at the people that can, that can support you, that can be there, that can lift you up, that can encourage you. Really reach out to them, reach out to your community. That's why we have friends, right? That's why we have friends, because they support us and they are shoulders for us to cry on, and they tell us how kick-ass we are, and then we're able to move forward and we're like, you know what, I can do this. So ask your support system to really support you. The other thing that they're telling you to remember is they're telling you to remember that you really are the master of your own destiny. You know, you do not need to rely on anybody else to make these decisions for you. You are the co-creating with the universe all of the time. When we are making decisions, when we are saying things, when we're going left instead of right, when we are doing anything at all, we are constantly co-creating with the universe, and they really want you to start to make wishes. They want you to start to dream big. They want you to start to believe in yourself and know that you are worthy of that. Okay, so I want you to start taking a little bit more responsibility for the direction of where you're heading. I want you to find some support from the people around you, even podcasts you could listen to. I have a podcast. It's called the Afterlight Podcast. It's a spiritual podcast. I personally think it's absolutely amazing. I'll put a link for it there for you in the comments. Check it out. There are so many books, podcasts, audiobooks, communities online that can really support you and lift you up. All right, so I'm sending you a lot of support, Kathy. I didn't look to see whether or not you've been writing me because I've just been going here, but I will have a quick look now. I'm just going to see some people saying good advice. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, Kathy. So I hope that you did find a little bit of support. Oh, okay. I feel like that resonated with you. So thank you very much. And yeah, I'm wishing you all the best. All right. Okay, here we go. So let's see what we got next. And if you guys are just tuning in, welcome, welcome. Please do make sure you register for my Mastering Your Mindset 7-day free challenge. It's kicking off July 1st. All you have to do is go and register on my website. I put a link in the comments section as well here. I'm going to post another comment for you now. So you've got it there. All you have to do is just register. And then on July 1st, I will send you a welcome to the Mastering Your Mindset. And it'll be 7 days where every day you get a new affirmation to think about and really start to building confidence, growing confidence, and feel a lot better because you're taking control over your mind, which is really important that we do that. All right, let's see who we've got next. Just having a little bit of a look. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all the comments. Fantastic. Let's go with Rena. Rena Kookaburra. Love that. Got a lot of kookaburras on my property, so connecting with that. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm just feeling into your energy. And also welcome on Instagram. If you are watching me over there as well, please do leave me a question or a comment, and I'll be sure to alternate as well. All right. Just going to take a minute to look, listen, and feel. I'm feeling a little bit of pain in my chest on my right side. When I'm connecting with your energy, like kind of in the lung space. So it really makes me think about grief. So I think that maybe there's something that you're sort of grieving and kind of working through at the moment. So I want to send you a lot of support and a lot of light for that. Remember Archangel Michael, definitely. Okay, that was clearly supposed to come through, but Archangel Raphael is also very good with healing, but Archangel Michael is very good with protection, helps as well with boundaries, okay? Archangel Michael is blue and Archangel Raphael comes in as green. So even if you just kind of imagine blue light energy around you, green light energy, then that's right, then they're with you. But the minute you say, hey, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, can you come in and work with me? They're there. Oh, your aunt just passed. Okay. That would make sense with the grief that I'm feeling. Okay. Oh, I'm sending you a lot of love and support, sister. All right. Well, I'll tell you if anyone comes through here. We'll have a little bit of a look. Just having a little bit of a look. It's funny because I feel like I've got a black bird coming through. Does present to me as raven, not crow, like raven. And for me, raven is all about wisdom keeper, storyteller, really wise animal, really intelligent. And with the birds, I always like to talk about with birds when we get birds coming in as guides, that they're talking about rising above the situation, looking at things from a bigger picture, that kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like it's like for you right now, it's kind of a connection or an understanding of how everything is sort of interconnected. I also want to talk about when I'm connecting right now, I want to talk about knitting and I want to talk about red wool in particular. And I don't think this is crocheting, although it could be. It's hard for me to tell the difference. Do you want to talk about knitting? Do you want to talk about crocheting? And I'm getting a red fabric coming through that's really, really strong for me. Really seems like a soft sort of felty fabric, like a really soft, high quality wool. So I'd be really interested in knowing whether or not maybe your aunt, this makes sense for her or someone else in spirit for you. I'm not seeing anyone come through yet in terms of my clairvoyance, in terms of a form. But I do get, like with mediumship, we sometimes get impressions, we get feelings, we get those sort of things come through. Okay. I am feeling like stuff going on in my throat. I'm really being drawn to the throat and I'm really feeling like I'm having difficulty with speech. So if I'm connecting with someone here in spirit, I believe I am. So, okay. So it's a lot about like slurring. So when I'm getting slurring difficulty with speech, for me, that comes through as a stroke or difficult with communication towards the end. There's something going on with that there. Okay, so you are saying that you're no idea about knitting or crochet. Just keep it to the side. But when that's coming through for me as well, it's all about artistic expression. It's an artist thing as well. Could be acknowledging an artist in the family. It's also about homemaking, homemade things. Like maybe there's a quilt in the family or a nice blanket or something that was left. So it might not be necessarily the knitting or the crocheting as much as the blanket, or it's like they're showing me like a blanket or something over the couch. All right. So just let me know about that. I'm going to pull a couple cards for you though as well here. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's really hot. I've got a red fluffy blanket from my grandma. Yes. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect. Can you let me know if your grandma is in spirit? Because that's very interesting because that's exactly what I saw. Red and fluffy. And it seems like when I also get like knit or crochet, it's kind of like made with love, given with love, you know, that kind of thing that's connected. Oh, and she is in spirit. Okay, great. Thank you, Rena. So we've got grandma here with us. Oh, how good. Oh my God, I feel so emotional and connecting with her energy. She's so good. It's funny because I'm not really seeing her. It's more like I'm feeling around her. Oh, and you're named after her too. Oh, well, that's so wonderful. I love that. All right, I got a beautiful card for you here, which is head over heels. Look at that. I just love this card. Look at all the hearts within that. You know, we have to say that when we get hearts coming through, it's just all about the unconditional love and support that there is for you. I get that. Thank you. They're just reminding you how loved you are. I feel like there's quite a few people in spirit, though. I feel like I've got a male energy coming through here as well. There's a lot of people that love you. I mean, that's a given, but I'm getting them coming through here. And it's just kind of letting you know, I feel like I can hear them sort of having a bit of a party in the background around me. So it's kind of like in stereo. It's almost as though I hear cheersing, like glasses going chinking together and like, woo, you know, but glasses chinking together is really happening. I'm hearing that sound really strong. So it's just a real thing to just let you know that, you know, you are so supported. You are so divinely supported. You are so loved. I get that. Thank you. They also want me to bring it back to the card here. And the card here, see how this woman is, you know, very flexible, clearly, but she's nurturing herself. She's like holding onto her leg and loving herself. This is also a lot about you giving the love and support and nurturing to yourself. Because sometimes we can do it for other people, but when we bring it back in and we do it for ourselves, it can be really tough. Okay. And I can speak from experience, you know, the journey of self-love, of compassion for self, of being kind to ourselves is not always easy. Sometimes it is really difficult. And honestly, shameless plug, that's why I'm doing this Mastering Your Mindset 7-Day Challenge, because I believe that when we can get back to ourselves, when we can connect with ourselves, when we can love our own heart, you know, when we can come back to the love that we have for ourselves, that really everything starts to flow better. We start to feel connected to the oneness of all that is. We start to feel supported by the people around us because we're no longer looking to them for validation or that kind of love. We're looking at them as allies, as our friends, as our support within this world together, and we have enough love within our own selves. So I get that. Thank you. So they're really talking about looking at ways that you can really nurture and lift up your own energy. So I really want you to look for opportunities to be kind to yourself, a nice message, give yourself a hug, retail therapy, eat good food, go for walks with no phone, no headphones, just out in the air. So anything like that, I feel like for you, I get that right now. It's a lot about nurturing yourself. Okay. I do feel like Grandma wants to come through here though. So just before we wrap up, I'll just see if there's anything. Can you just see if there's any message? I do want to talk about the bird element as well again. So I really feel like I've got that Nelly Furtado song in my head going, I'm like a bird. So maybe play that if that resonates with you. There may be a message hidden for you within that. But I also want you to start to notice the birds around you. Those are messages from your family letting you know that they're around. I'm just going to see if you have anything to comment just before I kind of break my connection with you. It could be that you're writing as well. We do have a little bit of a delay here. All right, I'll just give you 1 second. Oh, there you go. It looks like it's time for me to leave Perth forever. Okay, if you're going to be looking at decisions to move, and for anybody at home who's looking to make decisions, when I am making decisions, number one, when I feel good about it, then I go for it. If I'm on the fence, I wait. I wait for more information. I wait until I feel good about it. If you are unsure of a decision, and Rena, this isn't just for you, this is just sort of a general statement, but if you're unsure about making a decision, you want to wait for more information, because when you're unsure, it means it's not a yes right now, right? It means that there's more things that need to happen, more information that needs to come through. There needs to be better timing. So personally, my sort of practice is that when I'm making decisions, I always think, does this take me towards the person I want to be, or does it take me away from it? Do I feel good about this or not? Because when I make decisions where I just know without a doubt, I just go full steam ahead and things just work out, right? But if I make a decision and I'm not really sure, that's when we get kind of stuck sometimes, or in the position that we don't want to be, and then we got to figure ourselves out. Okay, so hopefully you found that was helpful. Thank you for sharing your loved ones with me. Thank you guys. And yeah, hopefully you found that helpful. All right, I'm just going to turn my fan on higher because I'm hot. Okay, let's see what we got coming through. I'm just going to do a quick 3-card reading for everybody watching. So if you want to let me know if you are a 1, a 2, or a 3, I'm going to pull a 1, 2, 3 card for everybody. This is just so I can serve as many people as possible today. So just let me know, are you a 1? Are you a 2? Are you a 3? And we'll see what comes through. So just leave me a comment. Let me know. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. All right. I see the numbers coming through. I love doing this because it's so always amazing to me that when we are doing readings, you know, and we can do these numbers, 1, 2, 3, that they really connect with everyone who's chosen that number. And it's just so cool that you know, spirit really works like that, because you're here today listening for a reason. All right. So my people number 1. Ooh, beautiful. My people number 1, here we go. So this is the Siren Song, and this is card number 21, and 2 + 1 is a 3, and 3 is the card of, or 3 is the number of new beginnings, new starts. It's also a number of strength. You know, when we think about the pyramid with 3 sides, I also look at 3 as well as communication, and also can be pregnancy. So that may be good for you, but I'd love to know whether or not that resonates with you. So when we are here, we're actually working mermaid energy, working with the elemental energy of mermaids. And because we've got the mermaid element here, we have a gramophone playing as well, music. So I want you to start to notice the songs that might be dropping in, maybe ideas that start to drop in. They may sound like your own voice. Those are your guides communicating with you. When we have voices in our head that are not supportive and are not loving, that's ego. That's not your higher self. Those are not your guides. Your guides will always talk to you with love and support and compassion, okay? When we're also connecting with the Siren Song, it's about listening. I want you to start to listen. Sometimes people are saying things without talking. I want you to listen to your environment. Listen to the messages and the things that drop in. I feel like people who chose number 1 could very often be clairaudient, means you could be really good with your hearing. You could hear spirit in that way. And also because we were working with the element of water with mermaids, it's a lot about emotion. So it could be a lot about relationships as well, a lot about emotion, a lot about heart space. Okay. So hopefully you found that was helpful. At the moment, the message for you here really is listening to your inner song, listening to the messages that are dropping in. One of the things that you can do as well is say to your phone, go, okay, hey Siri, or whatever platform you use, just say, shuffle all music, guides, can you play me a song? And listen for the song that comes up and see if there's a message for you in it. Okay, people number 2, here we go. Rebecca said that absolutely made sense. Oh, whoa, yes, clairaudient. Yeah, it's cool. Hey, how it works. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your comment. Fantastic. Okay, number 2. So my people number 2, this is the eye to eye card, and this is card number 23, and 2 + 3 is a 5, and 5 is card of change. This is the card of change. Now, change can be very exciting sometimes. Change can also be a little bit scary, but very often what's happening, I get that. They're talking about rejection is God's protection. So when we are experiencing change, what we're doing is we're actually being redirected to the better situation, to something that's going to serve us better. You know, I was redirected a few years ago. I was made redundant. Well, that was quite a change, I'll say, but I was redirected onto the path that I need to be on, which is the path that I'm currently on now. And I would never be on this path without having had that experience. Now, with this card, this is eye to eye. This is a lot about intuition. So I feel like the people who chose this card, you may be predominantly clairvoyant. Interesting how we're going there today with the psychic skills. Okay, I'm here for it. So you may be clairvoyant. So you may be very good at using your imagination, seeing daydreams. You may experience deja vus. You may experience sometimes things that you see sort of in your third eye, clairvoyantly, images, pictures. When I was talking earlier, when I was doing a reading for Rena, and I was seeing, you know, the crochet and like the red fluffy blanket, that's what I was seeing. I was seeing that through clairvoyantly. So I really want you to start to pay attention to your intuition. This is a lot about intuition. This is a lot about your gut instincts, which is clairsentience, but still it's a lot about paying attention to, you know, your inner knowing. I also want you to start to look for ways, if you can, to develop your intuition. There's a great app called Guide to Light, which I highly recommend, which provides you with psychic tips and tricks every single day to develop your psychic abilities. But start noticing the colors and the textures and different things like that around you, and you can start to develop your third eye skill. Okay, and card number 3 is This is the no strings attached card. And this is card number 35. 3 plus 5 is an 8. 8 is all about what you put out comes back to you, but it's also about abundance. It's also about full circle. So when we see this card here, no strings attached, I feel like this is really a lot about cord cutting. It's really a lot about breaking ties. It's about releasing the past so you can move forward with grace and ease. So I want you to look at the things that are happening around you and go, does this take me towards the person that I want to be? Does this take me away from it? If it's taking you towards the person you want to be, full steam ahead. If it's taking you away from it, you may need to look at breaking ties. You may need to look at cutting cords. And on my show, on the Afterlight podcast, I talk a lot about cutting cords and cutting connections with the past, with old ideas, with old thoughts, things like that. I put a link to the Afterlight podcast there in the comments if you'd like to check it out. This is really about you taking control of your own energy, not giving your energy away to things that don't serve you anymore, cutting those ties, cutting those severing those connections with things that aren't taking you towards where you want to be. Because what happens is if we go too far down these other tracks, it takes us for ages, not really, but it takes us a while to get sort of back on the track, which is where we were actually supposed to go. So I want you to start to have a look and go, am I making decisions that take me towards the person I want to be, or am I not? All right. So hopefully you found that helpful. That is all from this Human Spirit Oracle deck. And I just absolutely love this deck. I bought it a little while ago and it's my go-to at the moment. I'm using it a lot and I freaking love it. Okay, cool. And I'm seeing quite a few people saying that that resonates with me. Wonderful. All right, let's see who we've got here. I'm just going to have a little look at all the comments. Thank you guys for all your comments. Please, if you haven't already, do sign up for my Mastering Your Mindset. Let me know if you've signed up. I would love to hear from you. If you have signed up, you just head to the link. I've put a link here in the comments, and also there's a link in the comment section. All right, so what do we have here? Just having a quick look at all the comments. Thank you, guys. If you are new here, please let me know. Very good. Okay. Sorry, I'm just having a quick little read. Okay. And just to remember that, yes, I am on Instagram and I'm also on and on YouTube. All right. So I'm going to go with sorry, I'm just reading here. I'm trying to get Spirit to connect me to somebody. All right, Lucille. Let's work with you. Let's see what we got. Lucille, just connecting with your energy. I'm feeling really drawn to the stomach area. I'm actually feeling sort of sick. So I'm not sure whether or not you've got anything going on with your gut health, but that's something I would definitely encourage you to look at if you aren't already doing it. When I'm connecting with your stomach area as well, that's the solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus chakra is yellow, and it's all about bravery, power, stepping into your power. So when I'm connecting with you, it's a lot about courage in that area. So it'd be really interesting to know whether or not you connect with that. Is there something going on at the moment that you need to be brave about? Sometimes just setting boundaries, saying no to things that you don't want to do. It could even be, you know, when your friend invites you for a coffee and you don't want to go. It could be even something as simple as that. So a big part about us working on our solar plexus is us eating yellow foods, is us looking at yellow crystals. It's us stepping in and bringing about affirmations like, I am powerful, I am brave, I am courageous. You know, when we can do things like that, we can really start to build ourselves up, build up our confidence, okay? So you're saying, oh, yes, I have had stomach issues and I'm working on it. That's fantastic. So I'm not a doctor, but I know that the medical medium, if you haven't already looked into him, medical medium, he's very good. A lot of people get a lot of support from him. I have friends who have had stomach issues that are doing a lot of the suggestions that he has in his books. So if that resonates with you, you may want to check it out. Okay, Lucille, let's see what we got here coming through for you. Just checking as well, see if there's anyone in spirit. Just going to take a quick minute. I'm just getting some information, so I'm just looking, listening, and feeling. Can I get that again, please? Because I'm getting two different things and I want to, thank you. Okay. So I do feel like I have an older man here in spirit. He does strike me as being older. Can I get you to just stand behind Lucille so I can see what side you're on, please? I would want to put him on the mother's side of the family. So it could be the mother's father, could also be the mother's grandfather, but I'm really feeling more like father level. So your grandfather, you could let me know whether or not your grandfather is in spirit. Sometimes great grandfathers come in as well, masquerade as grandfathers. We'll sort of see. This man strikes me as being really funny, really friendly, really outgoing, and he really wants to sing. I feel like he wants to sing. I feel like he's the life of the party. I feel like he wants to be like, everyone, I've arrived. Here I am. I also want to talk about like, I'm getting a bunch of names, so I'm not going to say them all because I'm just going to wait for them to come through a little bit more and see if I can get consistency. So this is sort of funny sometimes when you're a medium. What happens is you get your channeled brain where all the information comes through, and you get like your mind brain. Your mind is going, I know what's going on here, and it tries to tell a story. It's waiting for that to pass. So we'll see what else can come up. I almost want to talk about like a Julio, almost like Julio Iglesias, but not. But I want to talk about that. The name Julio, if you can let me know whether or not that resonates with you. This man also strikes me as having like a very strong character. Okay. I almost want to put him with a cigar. It's like I'm seeing a mustache or facial hair around him as well. He's very funny. I feel like he likes a glass of red wine. He likes to eat good food. He likes the sun. He's tanned. This is really how he's coming through to me. Okay, so you're saying, yes, your grandfather is in spirit. Okay, so if you could let me know if this guy resonates with you, like the guy that I'm seeing here, because, yeah, he's a character. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Machina. It's like I want to talk about machina, so like maybe fixing cars or things like that. It's interesting. Can I get you to come through a little bit more? Sean, I get my guides to come through as well. Any hobbies, any names, anything like that you want to bring in, that would be very good. Lucille she's here. She's keeping me posted. All right, I'm just going to sort of see. Lucille, I'm also going to choose yeah, it's so funny. He's kind of like, he's very gracious. He's like, go ahead, do your thing. Like she knows I'm around. Like you keep doing your thing. So just sort of see what's coming up here. I also want to talk about like having a coffee, but having a coffee in a smaller cup, like an espresso. But then I also want to talk about adding like a little shot of milk to it. But when he's showing me the coffee, it's like a thick coffee kind of. It's like I want to say an espresso, but then I'm really wanting to talk about combining milk with it. But then the cup is very small. So I'd be very interested in that. Okay, so you're saying that he did love the drinks. So that would make sense with the wine and like having a good time. That's for sure. Can you let me know about the coffee as well? Because that's really funny. And also Julio, if the name Julio means sense to you. This guy, like when I'm connecting with his energy, he's so funny. You can see like they just change when I'm connecting with different spirit. They just change my demeanor. It's always super interesting. Condensed milk coffee. Yes. Did he drink condensed? Yes. That's what's coming through. Oh my God. I'm feeling so much when you're saying that. Thank you for the validation. I think that people sometimes forget that when you're a medium, you actually need people to help you because you don't know these people. So when you say things like that, it strengthens the connection. It makes it stronger and stronger and stronger. So I want to thank you a lot for that. I do want to talk about this guy. I feel like he grew up on a farm or on the land. I feel like he was surrounded by a lot of land, really is what I'm coming down to. I want to talk about animals. I also want to talk about his ability to be able to good fixing at things. I feel like, yes, like he was very good at fixing things, a very handy kind of a guy. Maybe that also makes sense for the fact that he was in the sun a lot. All right, so I get that. So I'm going to pull a card for you as well. Ooh, this is such a beautiful card. So this is card number 33. When we get the number 33 for me, it's about communications, about pregnancy, new ideas, new beginnings, but not new beginnings, sorry, new ideas, creativity. However, this is 33. It's a master number. So I also bring that in as like ascended masters. So teachers that are coming in. So I'd like you to notice whether or not there are any teachers around you that are supporting you. They can show up in a variety of ways. Your teachers can show up as people on the podcast, people in books, people that you meet on the street. The card for you is ducks in a row. This is really a lot about you taking the time to get things in alignment. Okay, so it's goals that you really want to achieve. And what this is reminding you to do is to really prepare and plan. So it's sort of setting yourself up for success. I'm a business mentor. And one of the things that I see a lot of people do is that they want to have certain success, but they don't actually work out the strategy to get there. So when you want to go from A to Z, you need to, or A to Z, I'm Canadian. I should have said Z. I can't believe I said Z. When you say A to Z, you need to think about, okay, well, how am I going to get there? What are the steps that I need to take? Because what we do sometimes is we get really excited. Yes, your grandfather's like, you need to plan. You need to plan. I feel like he's going, you need to plan, like with his hand. Okay. Thank you, sir. I think the message is delivered. You need to plan. So it's about thinking, okay, where do you want to go? And when you don't always know, it's like, who do I want to be? What does that look like? What are the steps I'm going to take to get there? Step one, boom. Step two, boom. I get that. There are people who have gone before you as well that can really help you with finding your way. Okay, this is the cool thing. We live in a time and age now where people give away so much information for free. They're supporting you along their way. They're teaching you about the things that they do in their everyday life. I teach time management for spiritual professionals, for example, and I have a course on my site if that's of interest to you. I'm teaching people everything that I've learned over 20 plus years. Okay, so that's the message for you. Get your ducks in a row. I feel like your grandfather rather, is also wanting to talk about newspaper. It's like he's reading the newspaper. So he's just acknowledging that. I think we know it's you, okay? I think he's trying to say, I got a couple more things. Tell her about the newspaper. Tell her about the coffee. Tell her about the red wine. I want to hit my hand like this. Can you let me know, did he do this stuff? So funny. They are so good. And you recently found a mentor to help you with shadow work. Fantastic. I absolutely love that. And on my podcast as well, I'm just giving you guys all my plugs today. I have no shame, but I'm not worried about it. The Afterlight podcast, I have a lot of episodes on there about shadow work as well. So for you at home, if you want to work on your shadow work, inner child, that kind of stuff, you might want to check out Simone Lee. You might want to check out Keisha. There's a whole bunch of cool episodes on there as well. Or you can even send Lucille a DM and maybe she can tell you who her mentor is. Okay, so Lucille, that's what I got for you. I want to say that your grandfather is awesome. I love him a lot. I could actually just sit here and just hang with him because he is hilarious. So funny, yes, he did do this stuff with the hand. Okay, thank you for that validation, my sister. I really appreciate that. I wish you all the best. Make sure get your ducks in the row for your new plan. Figure out where you want to go. Work a strategy. I love that you're working with a mentor. Mentors are there to help you guys along your journey so that you don't have to take 5 years to figure something out. You can figure it out in 2 months. Okay, that's what they're there for. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. All right, let me see what else I can do here. Ooh, I love the mediumship. The mediumship is my favorite. Okay. And of course, if you want to book a reading with me, I specialize in mediumship. I'll put a link to my contact in the comment section. You guys can go ahead and book with me. I don't have a lot of availabilities left in June, but there are some. Okay, let me see. I'm going to pull. I'm just having a look at the comments. Please, if you're here, let me know. I'm just going to go with Gina. Where did you go here? I just saw your name. Gina Maria Manfredi. And again, welcome on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching me. I'm also live on Facebook and also on YouTube. My name's Lauren Grace, and I'm the host of the Afterlight podcast. And if you haven't already, please do register for my Mastering Your Mindset. It's a 7-day free challenge that we're all going to do together. You just register now. You're going to get an email sent to you starting the 1st of July for 7 days with a new affirmation. And it's really focused on helping you to feel better in yourself, grow in confidence, feel a lot better about the people that you're around, and learn to reprogram your mind. And these are the things that I do on a regular basis. Okay. Okay, Lucille, thank you. You said thanks, Coral Granddad, and thank you. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. And thank me. Right. Right. Okay. You're so welcome. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Gina, can you let me know if you are here, please? Be wonderful. Lucille, love your energy as well. Love it. All right. Gina. Just seeing if I've got anyone here for you in spirit. Just having a little bit of a look. Okay. I feel like I have an older woman here for you in spirit. I mean, I don't feel I see her. Older woman for you in spirit. Her hair is up in a bun. Okay. I feel like it's gray. I feel like she's got glasses as well. Like she may read a lot. I feel like she's got reading glasses primarily. I'm not sure if she used them necessarily during the day, but I feel like she's kind of looking down on me like this with her glasses. She's kind of looking like that. She's very small, very, very, very tiny. I'm just waiting for some more information to come through, okay? Can I get my guides to help me as well? Just turn up my clairaudience. That would be great. Thank you. And the clairsentience as well. We haven't had that working today. Can we bring that through? Thank you. When in connecting with this woman, I'm really wanting to talk about her lungs. So I'm really feeling like there's breathing stuff going on. So this could be cause of passing, but there's definitely something going on with the lungs. Now, sometimes with lungs, although for me, I'm really feeling like it's like a breathing thing going on, but we know that lungs and heart are very closely connected. So sometimes when I'm doing this, it could be heart as well, but I am feeling for this woman in particular, it's lungs. Okay, so if you can let me know if this is connecting to you as well, this older woman, can you let me know what side of Gina's family you're on, please? I'm just having a look. I want to put her on the father side of the family. Okay. So I want to put her as maybe your father's mother, could be your father's mother's mother, possibly. But I am feeling like father's mother, which would be grandmother for you. All right. So if you want to let me know, Gina, if that's working for you. I'm also feeling kind of hoarse. So I feel like maybe there was some communication or maybe difficulty in speaking sort of towards the end. I've got that. I can clear that now. Thank you. I'm just waiting to see as well if you're connecting with me on this and if you've got any feedback as well as we go through it. So yes, ma'am, if you want to come on through, that'd be good. Come on through with any names, any hobbies, anything at all that you want to talk about. I want to talk about growing up in a fishing village. I want to talk about fishing. I want to talk about boats. I want to talk about growing up somewhere where there's a lot of fishing outdoors, water, ocean, that sort of thing. But I feel like I grew up in a small village, simple. Okay, I feel like I was a simple girl. That's really what I want to say. Simple in terms of didn't need a lot, lived in simpler times. I'm also feeling a lot of emotion when I'm connecting with her. So a lot of love, a lot of love. Yes. Can I just get you to drop in any idea, any hobbies, any names, any dates, any locations, anything like that that can really assist me and assist Gina as well. We're always looking for that evidence as well coming through. Thank you. I feel like she has a sister. She's wanting to talk about a sister. So I feel like it's her sister, but it could be your sister. There's a sister though. I've got a reference to a sister. I'm also getting some other stuff. Can you just bring that through a little bit stronger for me, please? It's weird. It's like I see something coming through, but it's difficult to show. No, I'm just going to raise a little bit. Just show me. Okay, the best that I can describe it, I just got to tell you what I get, and you can tell me, girl, you crazy. This makes no sense. Or maybe it'll make sense later and you'll send me an email, which is always my favorite. Although I love validation right now, but it's like I want to talk about corduroy for some reason. I want to talk about brown corduroy, and I want to talk about like a, what's that, like a jumper kind of, but like straps here with a button on either side. Corduroy jumper, but it looks like it would be for a kid. So it's small to me. So there's a reference to a corduroy jumper. So I'm not really sure where I'm going with that, but we'll see whether or not anything else comes up. And if you want to let me know as well, Gina, along the way here. Okay. I'm going to pull a card for you as well, Gina, just while we're at it, because I know that that's what you're wanting. Yeah, she's like wanting to talk about your father. I feel like we want to talk about your father. So there's like some kind of, so maybe did he wear like a corduroy suit when he was a kid in a photo or something? If you can let me know. It's really interesting, but I feel like there's a lot of pride for your father. Like when we're talking about your father, she just glows. Like she's very proud of him. Very, very loving and very supportive of him. Very proud of him. Okay. Oh, interesting. So for you, I got another card that I got earlier today, and this is all the self-love card. This is the head over heels card here. We've got 29. 2 + 9 is 11. 11 is a master number, new beginnings, new starts, but it's sort of with a lot of emphasis, a lot of momentum put behind it. And it's a master number. So there's a lot of energy around this new beginning, new directions, new starts. When we're seeing this as well, it's a lot about you making sure that you're taking the time to give back to yourself, nurturing yourself, being okay with receiving. Sometimes what we do is we give a lot. We forget to give back to ourselves and refill and fill up our own tank. So this is a lot about you coming back to your own heart, you listening to the things that you want to do and not the voices of other people telling you what they want to do. A big opportunity for you here to really get clear and ask yourself, what is it that I want? And I work with a lot of women, and I find that we don't ask ourselves this question enough. We don't say to ourselves, what is it that I want? We're so busy often taking care of other people. So this is a big opportunity here for you to go within and for you to start to think about the things that matter to you. For you to even maybe, I get that. Maybe they're talking about doing a little bit of, I get that. Thank you, ma'am. I feel like your grandmother's talking, or the soul here is talking about journaling. There may be some emphasis on you writing. So doing some writing could be really important for you. When we're journaling and where we're getting our ideas out, it really helps us to get clarity on the things that we want to do, the things that are important to us, okay, the things that matter to us. When we can journal them out, we can kind of make a little bit more sense of that. We can also really let things go that no longer serve us. We can burn those pages. We can really have that sort of symbolic letting go of as well. So this is a lot about you coming back to your own heart, you about paying attention to the things that you want to do, you taking the time to really give back to yourself, and you really filling up your own tank. Okay. I think you've sent me a little. Oh, you're saying that your Nona grew up in your Nona grew up in a small village in Italy and had gray hair in a bun. That would make a lot of sense for what I'm seeing, what she was showing me as well. So 100%, I would definitely want to say that that's confirmation for you on that for sure. So thank you for letting me know about that, Gina. That's so cool. I love that. Definitely with you, definitely supporting you. And she's also recommending the journaling. So whether or not that was something that she did as well, it's something that she's really thinking that you could really benefit from. Okay, so that's all I've got for you guys today. I am at the end of my time. Thank you so much for watching me over on Instagram. Thank you so much as well for watching me over on Facebook and on YouTube. If you haven't already, please do sign up for my Mastering Your Mindset 7-day challenge. It's free. And I just see Lucille. What are you saying to me? Let me read your message here just before I sign off. So I wanted to say that he is my mom's uncle, as his name came through. Are you talking about Julio, the name Julio that was coming through earlier? If you want to let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'll be here same time next week. And I want to thank you for your ongoing support and all your good vibes. And I just want you to remember that you are enough as you are, and that you are supported, that your spirit guides and your angels, they want to get to know you better. And all you have to do is just say, hey, please be with me. Please help me. Show me a sign. And they will be there in a minute. It's just up for you to notice. Okay, thank you so much for being on the show. And I will see you this time next week. Bye. This episode has been brought to you by me and my business, Lauren Grace Inspirations. I am a channel of the light and work with spirit guides, angels, the higher self, and passed over loved ones to provide you with support, clarity, and encouragement. Using oracle cards, mediumship, and clairvoyance, my readings will leave you feeling comforted and empowered. I have various reading options available, ranging from 30-minute readings to 60-minute readings to group sessions. I also work with professionals to help them gain clarity in business and life purpose. To book a reading with me, simply head to laurengraceinspirations.com.